So Beyonce remade that song, and I feel like she should have also renamed it to Before I Let Go of That Wig. I'm the librarian, and I came to read. Of course, I'm gonna talk about that song a little bit later, but I just have to say there's no reason for her to be tearing my hair from my scalp in the manner that she did with how she Before I Let Go, it's gonna be played at every drunken picnic, every barbecue, every black ass cookout this summer. I hope that y'all are prepared. I'm gonna be stepping, I'm gonna be two-stepping, like Beyonce two-stepped on my fucking wig. For this whole documentary, I cannot deal, I cannot. So let me tell you how it all went down. So y'all already know I've been talking about it because Miss Beyonce, she announced this whole, homecoming documentary thing, and I was like, okay, it's right. It's like 2 days away from my birthday because my birthday is April 19th. So I said, this is a beautiful, beautiful birthday present. And I got my wig prepared. I lubricated it, I moisturized it, I laid the edges down. I did what I had to do with my wig. So I'm telling you, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, because it came out at 3 a.m. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I'm like, all right. Like, I got this. All I gotta do is like play some video games or, watch some anime a little bit, keep my ass up. Find some way, find some type of way. Actually, I need to catch up with One Punch Man. Find some type of way to keep myself up. And I was trying to do that, but come 2 o'clock, I was like, all right, girl. Like, 2 a.m., I was like, I don't know if I can do this shit, sis. So I said, you know what? Let me just take a 1 hour nap. All I'm gonna do is take a 1 hour nap because it comes out at 3 and I'll be fine. Girl, I took a 6 hour nap. I took my ass to sleep. Do you know I woke up at like 7:38? I was so fucking mad. I said, damn, I didn't get to live tweet with these girls. I didn't get to do anything. I fell the fuck asleep, sis. But let me tell you, as soon as I saw that sunlight come up, I said, girl, turn on the motherfucking TV. Get your ass on the Netflix. What's the tea? And so, girl, she's starting out this shit with this Nina Simone quote telling us that, girl, we black and that's it. You're just gonna have to deal on my shoulder for her. I said, what's going on? Of course, she went down through the whole, a lot of the Coachella performance that, we've seen already, but a lot of the gems of the documentary come from the things that she said and how hard you can see this woman is working. And of course, we'll get into it, but it's just coming from somebody who's followed Beyonce for so long, coming from someone who follows her for so long and watched a lot of her behind the scenes, this behind the scenes kind of struck me as, oh, like she's here fully now. Like the way that she was talking to some of the crew members and stuff, a lot of people think that's bossy, whatever. No, that's somebody who knows exactly what she wants. And I can tell you from the scene where she was saying, I love what you guys are doing, but it's not translating over to the screen. And I related so much to that as someone who's a creative, crazy person, I guess you can say. It's just when you can see it right there in front of you and it's just certain one thing or two things that are blocking you from getting to that direct vision, it can be so frustrating. And especially when you're surrounded by people who, they get it, but they're not you. So they can't, you're not Jean Grey, you don't have no type of telepathy where you can just beam them how you see your art. And so, when she was speaking, girl, I'm not gonna keep giving notes if y'all ain't implementing them. It's not translating on the screen. Y'all are recording shit, it's fun, but the energy that I feel on stage is not translating to the screen. And so when Beyonce says shit like that, which is why I love watching behind the scenes, I love watching her work, because you get to see how much of herself she sacrificed and put into anything that she does. Like when she was like, oh, I sacrificed alcohol, no sugar, no bread. She's like, I'm hungry. She said, it was cool that I did what I had to do and I fit into my old costumes, but she was like, I'll never do that shit again. She said, I'm not pushing my body that hard. I think that was a message to us stans and fans who expect Miss Beyonce to be flipping through fiery hoops like she did in Deja Vu EMAs, and we expect her ass to be doing backbands, freakum dress backbands until she's 60 years old. And Beyonce said, okay, that's cute. That's cute for y'all. Y'all have Iron World told y'all have all this shit to watch that y'all want to watch. And that's it, but I'm not gonna be cracking my back. I'm not gonna be putting holes in my spine because y'all ass want me to be doing flips and tricks like I'm Black Widow on the goddamn stage. She's like, girl, that's just it. But it was so, there's certain things that you will never understand as someone who's consuming the art. For example, like how she felt like a whole different person after she gave birth. She was not sure if her body was going to be able to do the things that it had been doing in the past, and it was discouraging and frustrating, but she kept with it. Now, one of the things that I do admire about her is her resilience and her determination, because like she already has done something like that in the past, like when she gave birth to Blue Ivy and she took her ass back on stage for, you know, the way that she was looking in this behind the scenes, she was like, girl, I feel like a completely different person. But then she said after she, you know, kept through it, she kept working, she made sure to keep with the rehearsal. Oh, and that's what she said, oh my God, about rehearsing. And I think she slick dragged some of y'all faves, where she was just like, when you're in rehearsal, a lot of times it's not glamorous. You have to be willing to look awkward, and you know, you don't know a lot, so you have to be a student in rehearsal. And she said that's why a lot of people don't like to rehearse. And I was just like, if the shoe fits some of your Cinderella ass faves, then I guess it's time for them to grease that foot on up and slip it in there. You know, I don't know what else to tell you. So, but yeah, one of the things I admire about this woman is her extreme level, almost robotic level of determination and ambition, and it really makes you want to shut your ass up and just get to work. And that's one of the, like, fuck all the glamour and the beauty. Y'all already know that shit. We know that, but it's what's inside of this woman that keeps me standing. You know what I mean? Standing. And keeping in line with the concept of hard work and determination, because I always wonder how complicated it is to put on something of this scale. She said it took 4 months of rehearsal with the band, just the music, like just getting the music together. And then after that, it took 4 months of rehearsal with the dancers. So almost a whole year's worth of work to put on this one show. And it shows you how dedicated she is to what she's doing, and how she wants to make sure that the fans are satisfied, no matter how our ungrateful asses continue to drag and continue to be like, well, bitch, where's the album? You know what I mean? And a lot of the logistics and putting shit together and piecing shit together I'm interested in that a lot. I don't know if it's because I overthink a lot of things, or I'm a creative as well in a different type of way, or you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but I love seeing what goes on, what has to happen to bring this shit together. So she said 4 months of rehearsal with just music, and then she brought the fucking dancers in, and it seems like there's a very distinct method to her madness. I love it so much. She also talks about her pregnancy, like I said, and she had so many conditions I couldn't even pronounce it, and she was like, her baby's heart, one of the baby's heart stopped at one point, so they had to do emergency C-section, and then she's coming through with all that. Like, it's, oh my God, that part was great. Also, the part where she was coming in talking about HBCUs and how she wanted to have that experience, but she was not able to. She had what she say, life was her teacher. She was on the road, she was, you know, starting her career, but she said she wanted to make sure that she incorporated a lot of these elements to bring something different to Coachella. She said, she's like, girl, I guess I could have worn my flower crown and all that shit, but she wanted to bring a whole new experience to Coachella. I think she was extremely successful in that. It really shows, because like even a whole year later, she's able to take that same show, take this live album and push it out to the public, and she's the #1 trend. And so when you see somebody working that hard, when you see somebody dedicated to their talent, their craft, to rehearsal, and then it pays off, it really is encouraging. And especially as a black ass woman, like she continues to say, like she's just like, sis, I don't know what you want from me, girl. I'm a whole ass black woman, and this is the tea. This is what you get. And I don't know why. I don't know why it's so like, it feels so different, because like I said, I've been watching Beyonce's behind the scenes and how she conducts herself behind the scenes, and how she, you know, says, girl, she's in charge. She has her hand in everything. So I've seen it before, but it feels so different. Like I said, it feels like she has reached her final form. Like she knows exactly what she wants now, and she did before, like I said, but it's a whole different level now. She has a kid, so she said, like, I ain't doing rehearsals for 15 hours straight like I used to. I gotta take my ass home to my 11 children. That's what she said. But the overall message, like, I don't understand how anyone can hate this woman. Like, you can critique shit she does, and yeah, okay, but I just don't understand how like, you can hate someone like this. Like, she's literally putting everything that she has, from what she's showing us, putting everything that she has into everything that she does. And like, I don't see how you can get anything else from that other than, girl, like, we in this shit together and I need to step my game up. Like, and that's something that you should be celebrated. She's on here, black as fuck. Took years for her to come into who she is, but she's here and she's showing the world, she's showing all of us that it can be done. And it's just like, oh girl, I got my whole life, okay? I got my whole life. Let me tell you something else I was looking at my life with. Miss Blue Ivy Carter. Blue Ivy is coming. Like I know we be like Kiki, no sis, Blue Ivy is coming. Sis said, lift every voice and sing. Well, she didn't do all that, but Blue is coming. Blue said, I want to do it again. It feels good. And Blue was like, oh, you just like your mama, huh? And it was just, it was so trippy watching Blue Ivy like smiling and laughing and singing to the camera, because it was like watching Beyonce when she was young as fuck do the same shit. So I was like, I saw the whole family, Blue, Rumi and Sir, like, we are eating Hive. I'm getting my life Hive. Like, oh my God. And then what else happened? Oh my God, at the end of it, she was like, oh, my father also went to HBCU, and so this is an experience that should be protected. It's just all around, it snatched me from my soul, the depths of my very being has been lifted up. And let me tell you what else has been lifted up, sis. She released this whole live ass album. Guess I will be knocking that shit in the car, period. I will be knocking that shit. I'm gonna tell you, the first song that's gonna be on repeat for about 10,000 times is that Before I Let Go. She remade that song. She put the bass line from fucking Candy in there. I said, girl, if she did a little two-step, these girls can be out here drunk two-stepping to Beyonce's remade ass Before I Let Go. And there's nothing that you can do about it, girl, but to get with the winning team. Get with the winning team. Oh my God, girl, it was so good. You got to see her creative process, a little bit of it, not too much of it, girl, because you always need to stay away from a distance. You got to see a little bit of how she got these girls together, how her vision for it. If that don't inspire your ass to get your ass up and do some shit, girl, I don't know what will. I don't know what will. So that's all I had to say. This video is already too long, but I got my life. And the fact that she was just like, if my country ass can do it, they can do it. Sis, thank you so much. We deserve. After how many, girl, we've been asking your ass for something. We deserve, and we got it. Thank you. And on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and get in my car so that I can head to the courthouse and send Beyonce, send Parkwood, send all of them a couple cease and desist letters, because there's absolutely, I don't know what I have to do. We have to charge them with a felony of reckless endangerment of wigs. What do we have to do? All I know is I'm going down to the courthouse. I'm gonna get the documents drawn up so that I can finally, and my scalp can finally have a good goddamn evening.